Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm back for the holidays, celebrated Thanksgiving at home, so that was nice. Get to finally go through what I got over the past 4 or 5 months or so in terms of records and try to organize them and listen to as many as I can while I'm home. But this is the day after Thanksgiving. Uh, this is a record store day, Black Friday, but you'll probably watch this probably on Saturday. I'm kind of recording this kind of late, but I'm recording it nonetheless. So I'll show you what I got on Record Store Day, and I guess we'll start it off with the only Beatles item I got today, which is Beatles I Want to Hold Your Hand, and this is the reissue 7-inch from this year with the remix, I believe, from the 2024 reissues that just came out, and I like the solid center variation of this 45. I think that's pretty cool. I think it'll look pretty cool on a turntable. So at least a little bit something different than just kind of the standard copies of the single. And I just got I just picked up the 30th anniversary of it. I'm gonna grab it real quick. I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a 60th anniversary one along side like an original one, and then this is the it was 30 years ago. Today's got the sticker, and it does have the cigarette back in his hand now. So there's the back side there, and this is what looks like pretty faithful replica from the original ones here. And I think the ones from the 80s, I guess the 20th anniversary, had the cigarette airbrushed out, I believe. But maybe I gotta find that, and I'll have all the anniversaries, I guess. So kind of a bonus item shown there. And there was a 3-inch single of All My Loving with the new carrying case. None of the record stores that I had it, and they were like going for like anywhere from $100 to $175 on eBay, which is kind of crazy. I think retail on it is like, I believe it was like 50 or 40, $50 or so, which is kind of expensive for a little carrying case and a 3-inch single as is. I wasn't expecting it to be that much. I know it came in kind of like a similar package for the 3-inch turntable from last year, but I'm gonna take a look and see if there's any record stores that has any extras like online in the morning. If they don't have it, I'm sure the Beatles .com will gonna repress and press more like they did with the record players. So um, I might get it eventually, but for right now, I'm okay waiting for all the prices to go back down to normal, if not cheaper than retail. That's the plan. But I also got one more thing, a little bit different, non Beatles related for Record Store Day, and this I heard a lot of people asking about it actually, which I was kind of surprised, but then again, I guess kind of not surprised. But this is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the movie from the music from the movie, and there's the hype sticker. And here's the back. There's Gary with the turntable, SpongeBob's pet there. And it does come with a nice gatefold. Um, and this one I would actually take off the shrink for, and I'll save the hype sticker later. But the gatefold is nice. So there's SpongeBob and Patrick going through the monsters from the movie there. So nice gatefold there. Along with the gatefold, you get a nice inner sleeve as well. Them in the Patty Mobile, and there's the liner notes. But the real show of this whole package here is the colored vinyl. It's a nice yellow, pink, clear splatter vinyl. So there is the first side, and there's side two. So I've grown up with SpongeBob, and that's been my favorite cartoon. Probably still is my favorite cartoon. So it's the 20th anniversary of their first movie, which is kind of crazy to me since I watched it when I was 4. So yeah, I thought that was just a fun release. You know, I don't really deviate from the Beatles too much, but when I saw that, and then I saw an unboxing of it with the cool splattered vinyl, I thought if they had any, I was going to pick it up, and sure enough, they did. So that was all the record store day stuff. I did go to a new antique store by my house that advertised that they had a bunch of records there. I was actually driving on my way home, and I saw a sign on the side of the road that said Vinyl Records. I was like, okay, I gotta stop there. So they just opened up, and there they opened up about 15 minutes when they opened at 10. I got there like 10:15, and they were putting out records like on the wall. They were still kind of organizing their booth, and I asked if I can go through some of them, see if they had any Beatles stuff, which they did. So they were more than happy to pick up these records here. And I kind of got a little bundle deal since I got a good bit. It was Black Friday. But these are going to be the digital remastered red and blue albums from Europe from 1994 time frame. So there's the front, and there's the hype sticker there. There's the back. It's got a little main Great Britain sticker there. There's the barcode. And you all know what the gatefold looks like. And this one comes with an insert as well. Got some nice photos, early Beatles, and sound, all the songs, track listing there, and advertising the Blue album. So that's a nice little insert. And then, of course, they come in a red inner sleeve here. And then, speaking of colored vinyl, cherry on top. Nice solid red vinyl there with kind of an interesting Apple logo. You don't really see too many from the 90s. Definitely an interesting time for the Apple logo. It's a little bit more round on the slice side as well. So it's a little, probably not my favorite Apple logo per se. So there's the red album. And of course, since I got the red album, I had to get the blue album because that's just how my mind works. If I get one variation of the red or blue album, I feel like I need to get its brother or relative per se and complete the set. That's just kind of how I work. So I either get no red or blue albums or both at the same time. But it worked out that I got both of them. So there's the hype sticker, there's the blue, and there's the main Great Britain sticker. And I will find this insert here real quick. If it wants to come out. A little sticky here. There we go. This hasn't been out in a long time. So yeah, there's some shots of the later Beatles, and then the track listing with advertising of the red album. Inner sleeve, blue. And you guessed it, nice blue vinyl here. So these are, solid vinyl, not see-through. So they look really nice. Nice kind of cardstock sleeves here. And I'll be interested to see how these sound. I do have UK originals of the Red and Blue album, and then I have obviously the US, the Apple one, the Capital one, and then the colored vinyl versions as well. So I got those two at the antique store, and then I also had a couple more that I found out in the bins already. This I just recognized by the cover, and I was like, I know I've seen this before, and in one of my Beatle record books, it was under compilations, and sure enough, it has the Beatles with Tony Sheridan with "Take Out Some Insurance Baby" on it. So that's the only Beatles song on here. But I thought it was interesting enough, record store day. So I said, why not? I don't really get too many of these types of albums of just compilations, but since I just kind of recognized it by its cover, and then there happened to be a Beatles song on there, I was sure. and it's kind of also a little bit of a interesting song. If it was just like My Bonnie or something like, or Ain't She Sweet, might have been a little bit different. But since it's a little bit of a different song, I definitely was a little more apt to buying that. And then the last find here, which is kind of the most interesting find at the antique store, we have a Beatles Hey Jude. As you can see, it's in the sandwich bag, and this is a pressing from Uruguay. And speaking of Apple labels that I don't really like, this one I think is pretty cool. It's a very small label with a lot of background color, the dark green, and it has text in the different language as well as in English. So it's always kind of fun to compare there. And here is the sliced apple side. Overall, the record's in not too bad shape. Um, this also came out in 1970 as well, so it's an original first pressing here. So I thought it was cool. I think this is like my second record from Uruguay, maybe first one. I'm not too sure. I might have a Sergeant Pepper, but it might be from Paraguay. So anyway, so that was my. Well, I guess I got one more story for Record Store Day. It was a record that I missed out on, unfortunately. Um, so I walked in to the record store. The owner pointed me out to the records that he knew that I wanted. The 45 and then the SpongeBob one. And he usually has a pretty good box of used Beatles stuff. He has a seller that usually kind of sells him awesome stuff about every 3 months or so. So I haven't been there in a while. I was hoping for some potentially good used stuff. And he mentioned that there was a pretty interesting Yellow Submarine, like in mono or something like that. So I was like, okay, that's something I'm really interested in. So I was looking for it, and then another gentleman that the record store owner pointed out to me, who was also a Beatles collector apparently. He said, "Oh yeah, I got that in my pile." So I missed out on a first pressing UK Yellow Submarine in mono, and I did check it out, and it was in really really nice shape as well. But that's that's the record that kind of got away from me today. But you can't win them all. Um, and the antique store was an impromptu stop. So even though I didn't get the Yellow Submarine, I got three other kind of unique and interesting albums instead. So you win some, you lose some. But now I'll be looking out for a Yellow Submarine and mono for a good price and a good condition as well. So I'll have that on my radar now. But so I hope everyone had a nice holiday, a beginning of the holiday season, a nice record store day, and a nice Black Friday. That's what I got. There will be more videos of some more Beatles updates that I've gotten through the mail. Since now I got everything organized and ready to go, I'll hopefully get some more videos out showing what I got in the mail and just kind of some odds and ends for the past few months, really. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.